Alright, welcome back to another video. It's been a few weeks since my last video. We looked at the Great Wairarapa Gravel adventure that we're doing. Since then I've been told that they're actually trying to shut down that coastline, which we've then had lawyers tell us that is completely illegal, but we've put in a whole lot of applications. I think 3,500 people put in applications to the South Wairarapa District Council basically saying do not do this, there's a better alternative. So hopefully something will come of that. I think there's like a court hearing or something at the council on the 3rd or 4th of September, so I will be there basically fighting for cyclists to be able to ride through those beautiful places. Certainly over the last few weeks we've had the gravel series going on. I've been absolutely flat out at work. We've had a lot going on in my life, but I've also sold my house, which means I've sold my studio. So we have a makeshift studio in our warehouse over here. So for the last few months we've been running the workshop completely out of the warehouse, where we did just have the hire and the tours. So the tour bus, all of our hire bikes here, a load more hire bikes there, and then people's bikes that we're working on kind of down here, and then stock through here. And then also, if you've been doing the gravel series, you'll know that the coffee ride have been having like a portable cafe down there. So that's literally all just in here. So it's very packed in here at the moment. But yeah, having the coffee at the gravel series has just been an absolute game changer. And speaking of the gravel series, we're up to round 3 coming, not this weekend, but the following weekend. So the last 2 rounds, first one was Morrisville, which was obviously the first round. We had 119 on the day, which was just unbelievable. And then last Sunday we had the Wainui version, which was more of like a forest mountain bike kind of cross, more of a hilly course, and that was 95 on the day. So pretty impressive numbers. The reason that I fought so hard to advertise this and really make it a success is because there's literally nothing on this time of year. There's barely any racing on during the summer, let alone at the moment. And gravel racing is kind of like that perfect medium at the moment, with the government and the councils not really supporting cycling, making it so hard for guys like George to even run the Cycle Classic because it's so expensive. But with a gravel race, you can kind of weave your way around some back roads and into some forests and farmland and stuff, and kind of get away with it, and it just makes it a hell of a lot easier. So kind of like, you know, the big surge of gravel in New Zealand and over the world, and the mixture of being able to not run road races has kind of made this perfect little avenue for us to start these. So on the first round at Morrisville, I was just completely flat out just trying to run the event. It was my first ever time running an event, and I put so much work and effort into it. I didn't really film anything, but last Sunday I filmed a little bit of stuff, so I'll do some clips and some highlights from that now. Cal. As you can see, it's been a really good event. We've had really decent numbers, like even 95 at the last round, which was, you know, 25 down from the first one. Still really good numbers, a really manageable amount of people. And like, there was a really cool vibe, a bit of a buzz in the actual hall. But these aren't fancy halls, these are literally just backcountry halls in little country towns in Wairarapa, but they're really cool and they make a really cool vibe. Having the coffee and the toasties there, so everyone gets coffee and toasty in their entry, and then everyone just kind of sits around, talks about it, and it's been really good. My kind of role is obviously like marketing. I organise pretty much all the people getting there, all the brands getting there, and then I go around every morning and put these signs out. So hopefully, if you have ridden on the event, You've seen these and they've been in the right spots. We're getting a little bit better. Every time we do one, we're learning. Like obviously the last round was 1, 2 or 3 laps. At the lap turn, we probably should have had a big one of these that said home or continue laps, or like to the start finish. So that's a bit of a learning from last time, but every single time we do one, we're gonna get better and better and better and better. And also a crazy thing that I have noticed is there's an absolutely crazy amount of gravel bikes. I did a few gravel events in the last 2 or 3 years in New Zealand, and it usually be like maybe 60% gravel cyclocross bikes and then like 40-50% mountain bikes. I think at the first round, out of 120 riders, there were 5 mountain bikes. If there are other people around the country that want to put gravel events on, go for it. Like there's so many people out there that have invested heavily into gravel bikes that are getting more and more into it. And yeah, it would be good to have some more events that kind of lead up to that, you know, pinnacle of Editions era, which is like, in my opinion, gravel nationals. Proper big one-day gravel race that you can't really find anywhere else in New Zealand. So yeah, stay tuned for the last round. I'm going to come up with a course and hopefully it's going to be an absolute killer. And then also the people that have entered all 3 events go into the draw to win 2 $500 gift cards for the Cycling Tom bike shop. So stay tuned for that and get your entries in soon.